Kennedy Space Center, Florida, where history and the future of space exploration meet. Located on Merritt Island, this iconic site has been the launch pad for America's greatest space missions since 1968. From the Apollo moon landings to today's cutting-edge NASA and SpaceX launches, the Kennedy Space Center is a symbol of human ambition and ingenuity. Visitors can tour real spacecraft, meet astronauts, and even watch live launches if the timing is right. It's a place where the past is honored and the future takes off. Truly a must-visit destination for dreamers and adventurers alike. Step back into the spirit of discovery and leap forward into the future of space exploration, all in one unforgettable experience. The Journey to Mars exhibit at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex is where the dreams of yesterday meet the possibilities of tomorrow. This exhibit is not just a showcase, it's a call to adventure. From the moment you walk in, you're immersed in NASA's ambitious plans to reach the Red Planet. With a combination of rich storytelling, cutting-edge technology, and interactive displays, this experience captures both the excitement of today's missions and the enduring human desire to explore the unknown. You'll discover the history that brought us to this moment, starting with the moon landings and moving through the evolution of robotic Mars missions. NASA's InSight, interior exploration using seismic investigations, geodesy, and heat transport, was a robotic lander designed to study the deep interior of Mars. Launched on May 5, 2018, and landing successfully on November 26, 2018, in the Elysium Planitia region, InSight's mission was to enhance our understanding of the red planet's geology and seismic activity. InSight provided the first direct measurements of seismic activity on Mars, confirming that the planet is still geologically active. The lander detected over 1,300 Marsquakes during its mission, helping scientists map the internal layers of the Martian crust, mantle, and core. After more than 4 years of valuable scientific work, InSight's mission came to an end in December 2022 when it lost contact due to dust accumulation on its solar panels, which limited its power supply. InSight's legacy lives on as a major milestone in planetary science, offering unprecedented insights into the internal structure of a rocky planet beyond Earth. Mission Pathfinder, officially known as Mars Pathfinder, was a groundbreaking NASA space mission that marked a major milestone in planetary exploration. Launched on December 4, 1996, and landing on July 4, 1997, the mission was designed to demonstrate a low-cost method for delivering scientific instruments to the surface of Mars. The lander and Sojourner rover carried a suite of scientific instruments to analyze the Martian atmosphere, climate, geology, and the composition of rocks and soil. Sojourner, which was about the size of a microwave oven, explored the Martian surface near the landing site and transmitted images and data back to Earth. Its successful deployment and operation proved that small, mobile rovers could be effectively used on other planets. Mars Pathfinder exceeded expectations in both its engineering goals and scientific returns. Originally planned to operate for just a week, the mission lasted nearly 3 months, sending back more than 17,000 images and extensive data on the Martian environment. The success of Pathfinder paved the way for future Mars missions, including the Mars exploration rovers, Spirit and Opportunity, and ultimately, the Mars Science Laboratory and Perseverance rover. It demonstrated the feasibility of innovative technologies such as airbag-assisted landing and remote rover operation, technologies that are now standard in modern planetary exploration. In summary, Mission Pathfinder was a landmark achievement that reignited interest in Mars exploration and laid the foundation for the robust robotic exploration of the Red Planet in the 21st century. The Space Exploration Vehicle, SEV, is a modular and versatile spacecraft designed to support human exploration missions beyond low Earth orbit. Developed by NASA, the SEV is intended for use in a variety of space environments, including the surfaces of the Moon and Mars, as well as in deep space. Its innovative design allows it to serve multiple roles, functioning as both a pressurized rover for surface exploration and a free-flying spacecraft for in-space operations. The SEV is built to support a crew of 2 astronauts for up to 14 days, providing life support systems, sleeping quarters, workstations, and a suit port for quick and efficient spacewalks. Its modular construction includes a cabin that can be mounted on a wheeled chassis for planetary travel or connected to other spacecraft systems for orbital missions. One of the key features of the SEV is its enhanced mobility and flexibility. On planetary surfaces, it can travel long distances over rugged terrain, enabling astronauts to conduct scientific research and exploration far from their landing site. In space, the SEV can maneuver independently using its propulsion system, assisting with satellite servicing, space station maintenance, or asteroid missions. The Mars 2020 mission, led by NASA, marked a major milestone in space exploration with the launch of the Perseverance rover. It was launched on July 30, 2020, aboard an Atlas V-541 rocket from Cape Canaveral, Florida, and successfully landed on February 18, 2021, in Jezero Crater, a site believed to have once hosted a river delta and ancient lake on Mars. Perseverance's main goal is to search for signs of past microbial life, study the planet's geology and climate, and collect rock and soil samples for possible return to Earth. It carries a sophisticated suite of scientific instruments, including high-resolution cameras, spectrometers, and ground-penetrating radar. One of its groundbreaking technologies is MOXIE, Mars Oxygen In Situ Resource Utilization Experiment, which successfully produced oxygen from the Martian atmosphere, a critical step for future human missions. The Mars Science Laboratory, MSL mission, featuring the Curiosity rover, is one of NASA's most ambitious planetary exploration missions. Launched on November 26, 2011, and landing successfully on August 6, 2012, in Gale Crater on Mars, Curiosity's primary goal is to determine whether Mars ever had the environmental conditions to support microbial life. Curiosity is a car-sized rover equipped with a wide range of scientific instruments. These include cameras, spectrometers, environmental sensors, and a drill for collecting rock samples. One of its most important tools is the Sample Analysis at Mars, SAM suite, which analyzes soil and rock samples for organic compounds and other chemicals relevant to life. The mission has made several groundbreaking discoveries. It found evidence of an ancient freshwater lake, complex organic molecules in Martian soil, and fluctuations in methane levels in the atmosphere, an intriguing clue in the search for past or present life. Curiosity also measures radiation levels on the Martian surface, providing crucial data for future human missions. The success of Curiosity has paved the way for future Mars missions, including the Perseverance rover, which builds on its scientific legacy. The Mars Science Laboratory has significantly advanced our understanding of Mars's history, geology, and potential to harbor life.
Five, four, three, two, one. Blast off. Well, the SLS rocket generates 8.8 billion pounds of thrust at liftoff. 2 minutes in flight, those 2 solid rocket boosters will jettison their job done. They drop off. 8 minutes in flight, the 4th stage, the first stage drops off. Side panels jettison. Launch turbo system jettison. Second stage puts the Orion capsule on the way to the moon. And all this is done in the first 19 minutes of flight. Wow! The future of space exploration looks good, doesn't it? But it is not about cool rockets and high-tech gadgets. It's about people. And it is one of the greatest adventures of all time. Welcome to Explorers Wanted. Here you can see what's happening today at NASA and get a feel of what it takes to have a career in space exploration. Plans are underway for humankind's next big giant leap off the planet, and you all have been invited to be a part of it. There's a lot to be done, which means there's absolutely no time to waste. We better get you ready. But before you begin a journey, you need to know where you're going, right? Well, fortunately, NASA has already selected 4 possible destinations. Let's take a quick look at each and every one of them. First, there is the International Space Station. Did you know that humans have been living and working continuously aboard the ISS for almost over 24 years now? Since November 2000, you'll be flying to and from this orbiting space laboratory for many more years to come. Another destination is our closest celestial neighbor, the moon. But the last time we were here was way back in 1972, and there's still so much more to explore. Or you could travel to an asteroid. How amazing would that be? And what about Mars? The robots are there right now scoping things out. Which one of these do you think lives up to NASA's mission of space exploration and discovery? Let's find out. Well, you are going to Mars. Imagine standing on the red planet, billions of miles away from planet Earth, looking up at the tiny speck where you were born. But before you can experience that moment, you must answer three very important questions. Can you survive the long journey? How will you live on the surface of the red planet? And can you make it safely back to Earth? Sounds difficult, doesn't it? In fact, these are some of the most complex problems humankind has ever had to tackle, and NASA can't do this alone. We're gonna need your help. You see, the journey to Mars is long and dangerous, so instead of sending you that one big giant leap, you will take a few smaller steps first. These other three destinations here will serve as proving grounds to help you solve some of the challenges which you might come across. For example, right now above our head, about the ISS, astronauts are conducting groundbreaking research which will pave the way for your expedition. Plans are literally in the works to redirect a nearby asteroid in orbit around the moon. I know, sounds like science fiction, right? But it is true. You're going to use the asteroid to perfect capabilities you might require for the Mars mission. It may even reveal clues to the formation of a solar system. But in the meanwhile, the moon will serve as a perfect dress rehearsal for Mars. Now, they both have a lot in common. They have far less gravity than Earth, and they both are freezing. Now that you know where you're going, let's figure it out how to make it happen. Let's bring up the red planet once again. That's your final destination. And you are currently right here at the Kennedy Space Center, which also happens to be a launching point. Now from out here, you get a sense of how special and fragile our tiny home planet really is. Exploring Mars is going to help us understand our home, our past, and our possible future. But to push beyond the boundaries of Earth, you must also push beyond the boundaries of science and technology. Microgravity is not punishing on the human body. Your bones will thin, your muscles will shrink. Your immune system is going to weaken. So we've got to figure out how to keep you healthy on that long flight. And as powerful as our new rockets will be, you will not be able to take all the supplies you need when you get there. So it's going to be back to the basics. You'll learn to grow food, create water, and build shelters. Now on Earth, there are abundant resources to sustain human life. But on Mars, you'll need to conserve and reuse everything. That's correct, I mean everything. Now all these things are being done to help you to get to the red planet. But human space exploration doesn't just push boundaries, it fulfills a deep need to understand our world, explore nature, and the meaning of human life. And it's also really awesome. Let's take a look at some of the things that NASA is doing right now. Alright, a lot of options here, guys. I'd like to show you something today. Let's begin with you go right up here, you up here, you go right there, you right here. Well, you are here during one of the most exciting times in NASA's history. Ever since retiring the space shuttle program in 2011, NASA has been transferring low-Earth orbit spaceflight to the private sector through a program called Commercial Resupply Services. Two companies, SpaceX and Orbital Science, have been conducting resupply missions to the NASA space station, carrying food supplies and scientific equipment. Now that's how we've kept the station running and the astronauts exploring. The program has been highly successful. But that is only just the beginning. With NASA's commercial crew programs, SpaceX and Boeing have been fine-tuning the vehicles with the goal of achieving safe, reliable, and cost-effective access to and from the NASA space station in low Earth orbit. Frequent launches have been witnessed right here at the Kennedy Space Center, like the one that's coming up this afternoon. Think about this, 100 years ago, there were no airlines. But today, millions of people travel by air. Some of you must have come on an airplane away and never gave it a second thought. In the future, space travel could become a reality for more people than ever before. And in the next few decades, space transportation system will transform the world in ways not seen since the dawn of aviation just over a century ago. Now, one thing's for sure, we're gonna need creative thinkers and problem solvers like you who are gonna help us on this incredible journey of exploring space. Well, now that you've been briefed, you're ready to be part of the future of space exploration. Ever wondered what it'll be like to be a part of a NASA team, whether they're flying the mission itself or supporting it from the ground? It takes a very special kind of person who's willing to embrace and deal with these kinds of challenges and risks. Maybe someone like you.
We don't know what the universe is made of. We don't know where the limits of the universe are. We don't know what dark matter is. We don't know.
Is it all figured out? No, it's not all figured out. It's never all figured out.
That's why it's so exciting. It's just so much, and we know so little about it.
Why should we explore space when we have so many problems here on Earth?
People ask me this question all the time.
We don't take a rocket and fill it with dollars and blast it into outer space. Every dollar we spend is spent here on Earth. And that makes for a better economy.
It makes life better right here.
Amazing things have happened because of our space exploration. Cell phones,
Solar panels.
Environmental monitoring.
artificial limbs,
Communications.
pharmaceuticals, computer technology.
Solutions to problems here on Earth.
Just imagine what else will come.
So many more inventions and discoveries that we will use in our daily lives.
You only learn by really going out there and pushing the boundaries.
We don't know what's going to happen in the future.
What happened to Mars?
Mars once had an environment similar to Earth.
It has a Grand Canyon, the equivalent of Los Angeles to New York. So there was plenty of water on Mars in the past.
Where did it go? What happened? How did Mars become a wasteland? Could it happen here on Earth?
How can we as a species survive?
Could you bring Mars back to life?
We could learn by going off the planet and potentially bring those lessons back.
We learn more about what our eventual future may be.
What if an asteroid is coming towards Earth?
It could wipe out civilization as we know it.
What if we haven't developed a way to stop it? We'd have to sit back and watch it happen.
That would be a disaster. As a people, we would have failed.
We can sit here and do nothing. But did the caveman sit in his cave and do nothing? Or did the caveman look out at the hill and say, I wonder what's over that hill?
When you're part of a NASA team, you have to develop new technologies and solve problems that no one else has ever solved.
You need to figure out how to get hundreds of thousands of pounds of equipment to space.
How long can humans survive on the surface before ill effects?
We don't know right now how to keep food preserved long enough for the trip. So we'll need people to solve that problem.
This is going to be harder than anything anyone has ever done.
Right now, I have no idea how we're going to do that, but we will.
And while you're doing all this, you might answer questions like, is there life out there?
Are we alone?
Are we alone?
Are we alone?
The greatest discoveries are yet to come.
If you want to be involved in something big, I mean something really big, or you can say you were part of the next step of human evolution, that's what exploring space is.
You can stay in the cave if you want to. But you can take a risk and you can walk over the hill and who knows what you'll find.
Look around. The first person to live on Mars might just be in the audience here today. Today's young people are the heart and soul of the future NASA. You're the ones who are gonna lead us to the next frontier and beyond. You are tomorrow's explorers.
All stations verified.
Ready to resume count and go for launch. LVTC.
Launch vehicles go.
STC.
Spacecraft is go.
GSTC.
Ground systems are go.
LPS.
LPS is go.
Flight.
Flight is go.
SMA.
Mission assurance is go.
LPE.
LP is go.
RTD.
Recovery forces are go.
RSO.
RSO is go. People ready for launch.
TDR.
PDR is go.
GLS.
We're go.
CDR.
Flight crew is go.
Attention all stations.
This is the launch director. We are go for launch. 8, 7, 6.
Thanks so much for watching my video about the journey to Mars at Kennedy Space Center. I hope you enjoyed this little adventure into space exploration. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more exciting journeys. Until next time, keep looking up and dreaming big.